Anxiety and depression has affected my life in a lot of ways, I think. It's not fun at all. Like it really does suck. I don't know if you see those like commercials when they say like, where does anxiety and depression hurt? Everywhere. It really does. People mean very well and they always try to help you out as much as you can, but if you haven't really dealt with it, it's kind of hard to understand what it's like. You can be going through your day just like any other day, and all of a sudden it'll just hit you like a ton of bricks. There's some days where all you want to do is you just want to lie in bed all day for like forever. You don't want to, even sometimes getting up and eating is a hard thing. It can go on for days and days at a time because you just kind of keep going downhill. You feel so sad, and you don't want to see people. You don't like sunlight. It's very easy for me just to crawl into a ball and not eat anything, and just feel sorry for myself and just beat myself up and get worse and worse and worse. But it's a lot harder for me to really address the issue I'm having. So dealing with anxiety and depression at school specifically is kind of tough because that's kind of where a lot of my anxiety and depression kind of manifests itself. For example, sometimes I struggle doing my schoolwork, and it's not even the fact that I struggle actually physically doing the work. It's just getting started is a very difficult thing. And it's a very frustrating process because I'm a pretty smart guy, and I always do well, but I always do well in the worst possible case scenario. You know what I mean? I leave everything to the last minute, and I just think what could I do if I really applied myself properly? For me, it turns out that I think I mask it pretty well, but I'm pretty nervous about everything at all times. There's just a constant level of nervousness with me, but I'm kind of a people person. I work in sales, and I'm pretty good at talking to people, so I'm kind of good at overcoming that, so it doesn't really reflect into social anxiety. I think people expect a certain type when you talk about anxiety and depression. You expect someone who's kind of introverted. It fits a mold, if that makes sense. But I think that's the biggest misconception because I've seen it where it can be anybody and everybody. Sometimes it's the people you least expect. So in terms of resources that I use to help myself, I think that I didn't use resources for a long time because I don't know if it was I was embarrassed or I just thought I could fix this problem on my own. But there's a lot of different resources out there. So I get help from my doctor. I take medication. That helps. If I'm being honest, I don't think the resources are where they need to be. For example, for a period of time, I did speak to someone at the school, and I found them helpful. But again, it was the same issue, right? It was, I wanted to talk to someone. Okay, we can give me an appointment 3 weeks from now. I was like, okay, well then, by then, whatever issues I'm dealing with have long passed, right? The resources that are there to help people are definitely getting better, but they could be a lot better. It comes down to being okay with the fact that you're not going to fix this in overnight kind of thing, right? I find myself, I'll go through the same kind of process over and over again. I think why am I doing this again? I just dealt with this kind of thing, but it just comes, it's hills and valleys, right? So you'll have good days, you'll have bad days. Just to conclude on the whole topic, it comes down to realizing that nobody's perfect. You can't, everyone needs help for one thing or another, and it just really comes down to what can I do in the moment. The way I kind of explain it to myself is pretend you're kind of playing a video game, and if you were playing a video game, what would you tell yourself to do to best help yourself in that situation, if that makes sense? We're not having a good day today, right? But if I was giving advice to someone else, what would I tell them to do? Because it's all about breaking down the problem, and that way it doesn't look as big. That's what I think. You're not the first person that's ever dealt with it. You're not going to be the last. And it comes down to just breathing in, breathing out, one step at a time, and just knowing that as much as there are struggles in life, there are positive moments as well.